Hello Mr. Bashonio internet fans. I realize, if you clicked this video you are probably expecting to see the wedding of Todd's old mama and some weird guy who works for my dad. Oh right, I forgot I should introduce myself. My name. Well, my name is not my name. Not really. My legal name is Chad Kensington. But I was born Chad, the Lad Bashonio. I mean, really, what kind of parents name their kid the Lad, as a middle name? But their crazy name choosing aside, that's not why I changed my name and moved far away to a lake at the mountains. When I first left, my dad, Mr. Bashonio, sent hired killer assassins to come and pick me up. This was a horrible idea. Killers are not good at picking people up. They are good only at killing. Which is what they did. In a comically brutal fashion. Many of my friends died, so my dad stopped sending the assassins to find me. At least he did one thing right, I guess. I came to the wedding after swearing to never return to my family. But my brother Clay told me he was going to expose the Pettingzoos once and for all. What? You are asking why should I? Chad the Lad Kensington Bashonio care about Todd Pettingzoo going down? It's quite a story. We have to go back and remember. It's a time to remember. You see, ever since we were little kids, our dad Mr. Bashonio was for some reason enamored with the weird Pettingzoo family. We would spend every holiday, birthday or special occasion with the Pettingzoos. Luckily it was usually at our house. We did have to be forced to visit their house, which they call the Pettingzoo compound. That house still gives me night terrors. I saw things there. Bad things. That nobody should see. Ever. I don't even want to talk about them because it will probably end up with me having to go to therapy for another 3 years. So let's skip ahead. We would get together, but our dad was always working on his company, so most holidays was spent me, Clay, and the Pettingzoos. Oh right, and our maids and servants. Since I was the oldest, Todd would talk to me and tell me boring stories about his boring childhood and pooping his pants and his weird dad being the worst human being ever and his fat uncle who liked the taste of other Pettingzoos and Mr. Driller done weird game. Clay had to play with Toddilu, who is the lamest kid on earth. I guess now that I'm gone he probably has Todd bothering him 24/7.
Hello. Hello Chad my lad. Can I interrupt? I thought since every Bashonio this side of the Mississippi have decided to crawl out from whatever rock they've been hiding under, and give their 2 cents on this wedding of 2 people none of us even know. My name is Bashonio. Nick Bashonio. Oh, you didn't know there was a third Bashonio, son? You thought it was only Clay and Chad the sad, bad, but never first place, lad. Well, that's because unlike my brothers who either try to glom onto our dad's loyal supporters for internet clout or who have to go into hiding deep in the woods of old abandoned campgrounds because they were obsession with some old man and his not yet potty trained strangely effeminate son drove him into insanity rather than deal with the truth. What? Chad, I like to run around in the rain in my pink underwear making faces like I'm about to morph into some diary beast. Why Bashonio, the shrieking lad didn't tell you? Well, if I was embarrassed by a Pettingzoo so badly like Crab Chad, I wouldn't want to talk about it either. You know, originally our brother was groomed to take over the family business. And he was in line to become the face of Mr. Bashonio brand, which included doing preview shows, commentating, and becoming world heavyweight champion of WWB. But the Chad started getting lazy. And Todd Pettingzoo, while the man might be a menace to society at large and have weird family traditions involving not wiping your underwear when you have poop in it, he is a hard worker. and he eventually convinced my dad to give him a shot at the spot we all thought belonged to Chad the Lad, since our mom was eaten by Todd's deranged cannibalistic uncle. At least he will rot in jail for the rest of his life and won't be able to eat anyone else's mum. Anyways. So big beautiful baby Bashonio, me Nick Bashonio, have our dad the idea to give them a test to see who is smarter, knew more about the company, and would have the leadership qualities that would be necessary for the spot. So our dad set it up top of the line. He hired professional testers, teachers to grade them, and even hired assassins to watch for cheating. Why my dad seems to only hire contract killers anytime he needs a job done is a mystery for another video. Anyways. And I'm sorry Chad, but I have to make you be Chad the Sad Lad and tell them. Todd Pettingzoo scored 99.2%. And Chad the Lad became Chad the 62% lad. Chad even got wrong the question, what year did Mr. Bashonio make his first $1 million? He wrote 1935. Our dad wasn't even born yet. Everybody made fun of Chad after that. And he started making a bunch of accusations that Todd got one of the testers to let him change the answers on the tests, and really Chad got 99 and Todd got 62. The boys at Bashonio Labs did an investigation. They said Todd didn't do anything. That Chad was wrong and possibly mentally unstable. He started to go way downhill after that. Clay said that he lost his mind and Daddy Bashonio banished him to live in hiding so people wouldn't figure out his oldest son was mentally insane. But just because Chad the insane lad has the mind of a lunatic, we shouldn't tease and make fun of him. If your family member were crazy, would you?
I am not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1985. 1 year after my very own Chad the Lad birth year. As if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the testing office to lie for him. You think this is something? You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse. Christmas Eve 1993 with Toddy Claus on the Bashonio roof. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No. He orchestrated it. Todd. He pooped through our family chimney. And I saved him. And I shouldn't have. I took him into my own room and gave him hot cocoa. What was I thinking? He'll never change. He'll never change. Ever since I was 9, always the same. Couldn't keep his hands out of the company credit card. But not our Todd. Couldn't be precious Todd Pettingzoo. Stealing our dad's company blind. And he gets to be a TV star? What a sick joke. I should have stopped him when I had the chance. But you have to stop him, you have to. Oh, I apologize. I think that's enough for now unless anyone has any more questions.